experience. The Age of Expansion, 1783 through 1838. This is your study guide presentation. Be sure you start taking your notes. You will have two sections: creating a new government and land fever in Georgia. Your essential questions. What was Georgia's role in the Constitutional Convention? Take some time to write that down. Next, we will have your words to know, or your vocabulary words for this section. U.S. Constitution, Bill of Rights, and General Assembly. Constitutional Convention of 1787. Some of the people that were involved. Our U.S. Constitution established with our three branches: executive, legislative, and judicial, and a Senate and House of Representatives established. Note, only 3/5 of the slave population would count towards representation. U.S. Constitution was approved or ratified in 1788. Georgia was the fourth state to ratify. The first 10 amendments are our Bill of Rights, and of course the Constitution could be changed or amended. And as you can see, George Washington became the first president. Post-war Georgia. How did Georgia look after the war? If you look around in Atlanta, you can see some of the landmarks of some of the battles that happened in Georgia. Maybe we'll do a field trip one day. The economy was very bad. Government provided food to the farmers because a lot of the crops were destroyed. Our capital moved to Augusta. It was in Atlanta and it moved to Augusta, and now it's back. Our three branches established in Georgia. 2 houses, governors appointed and judges appointed. So they were trying to fix some of the problems after the war. Our next section, land fever in Georgia. Our essential question: how did many Georgians obtain land in the 20 years following Okay, make sure you take that question down. Your words to know for this section: land fever, head-right system, Yazoo land fraud, and the Louisiana Purchase. Now with the head-right system, Georgia received, Georgia settlers received land. Every white male had a right to up to 1,000 acres of land. Okay, that was replaced by the land lottery. It's similar to the lottery today, where you buy a ticket and you might win. Well, in the land lottery, you win land. All white heads of household could buy in the lottery and win land. Okay, this is still answering the question: how did Georgians receive land the 20 years following the American Revolution? There was a land fraud where 4 companies bribed the governor and legislators, and they bought land for 1.5 or 1.5 cents per acre. Could you imagine 1 acre of land for a penny and a half? The public found out, and of course it was a big uproar, and those involved were voted out of office. That law was repealed, and the federal government stepped in. The last slide is on the Louisiana Purchase, the Western Territory. Georgia gave up some of its land to the federal government. The Louisiana Purchase was in 1803, where we paid France $15 million for land. Okay, this ends my study guide's presentation today. Be sure that you have your notes. Of course, you can go back over the slide. 3-2-1 comprehension check. And please answer this as soon as you get a chance and respond back with 3 things you learned, next 2 interesting facts, giving you a chance to think about it, write it down, respond immediately, and 1 question you still have. Okay? Be sure you answer your essential questions. What was Georgia's role in the Constitutional Convention? And how did many Georgians obtain land after the American Revolution? Make sure you review your notes. You might have a quiz tomorrow. Complete your comprehension check, essential questions, review your notes, and we will continue with the age of expansion tomorrow.